So with all of that said, I don't want to take another minute of your time before you get to meet our best-selling authors. I'm going to welcome our first author to the stage, Marc Cordon. Come join me out here, man. How are you?
Angela, it's good to see you.
It is fantastic to see you. So let's tell everybody about your book. It's Beyond Resilient, the Coach's Guide to Ecstatic Growth. Tell people a little bit about your book.
Yeah, well, it started out with myself being in a 13-year program, teaching in higher education. The next thing I knew, I was flat out of a job. I knew I wanted to go into coaching. What I did know was that I was finishing my coaching degree and I was finishing my positive psychology degree. And I didn't see a lot of books that were helping folks with their transition. And so I felt like this was the time to write something about that. And that's what Beyond Resilient is about.
That's fantastic. Well, we're taking audience questions today. You can go ahead and type your question into the chat, but I'm going to grab one now from Nadia in Maryland. So shout out, Nadia. Nadia wants to know, how did you know where to start?
That's a good question, Nadia. I think I just started with funneling in and thinking about where I was in the world. Also at the same time, some really great coach once asked me if I had a microphone and it was a golden microphone that could be translated in any language to anybody in the world, what is it that I'd say? And I think I'd tell them the message of being beyond resilient. The idea that we don't just bounce back from the things that happen to us. We don't just bounce back faster, but we can actually have a mindset where we grow stronger from the stressors that happen to us.
It's such a powerful message. And I love that, Nadia, as you think for yourself, if you had that golden microphone, if you could get your message into everyone's ear all around the world, what would that one nugget be? I'm going to ask you another one, and this one is from Trevanda from Chicago. So, hey, Trevanda. Trevanda wants to know, how did you push past the fear of doing it wrong? I don't think there's anybody better to ask that question to. Yep. How do you push past the fear of doing anything wrong, writing a book being maybe one example?
Yeah, I think that there, when I first started, I think there was a part where I said to myself, if I continue writing every single day, I'm going to become fearless. Well, the thing is the fear really never goes away. You continue to write despite the fear. That's actually a part of being beyond resilient as well. This idea that we somehow become fearless is an illusion. I mean, being fearless, you'll jump off buildings and do crazy stuff. Moving beyond fear is knowing your purpose and knowing it's a little bit out of your comfort zone, but still doing it anyways because you know it will benefit you and the greater good.
What do you think was your biggest obstacle? You wrote this book, published it in about 4 months. What was your biggest obstacle getting it done?
Yeah, probably the biggest obstacle was I can specifically remember a day when about 3/4 of the thing was written, and I made the mistake of going onto Amazon and reading the reviews that they had of people. And I think I talked to you that day, and you were like, "Those are not your ideal readers. You have a mission, and don't worry about that." And I think at the core, this idea of putting myself out there and having it be judged based on 1 to 5 stars, I got neurotic.
Right.
So I think that might have been the hardest thing. I took a couple days off, but then you come back stronger.
Yeah, come back stronger. Well, let me show you guys. This is Marc Cordon's book, Beyond Resilient. You can get your copy on Amazon. And particularly if you're a coach or if you know someone who is a coach, send them a copy of it. It is free today, but won't be for long. Marc, congratulations on your book. Thanks so much for joining me on the red carpet.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Great job.